how do you get people to adopt something that they believe or feel, whether or not that's correct, may replace them?
In this case, a key component is visibility. A lot of times, the boogeyman that we think might be in the closet is only scary because we're not sure if the boogeyman is in the closet or not. What we've seen as an effective path to do this is to give people exposure and give people agency in the process. So I'll start with the agency part. We talked about the importance of engaging your people, but giving them agency in terms of which use cases are being identified. Let them get creative, let them understand why which ones are maybe being prioritized and which ones aren't. We see organizations, their people are usually very responsive to those discussions, and then engage them in the iterative process as the solution gets better and better. So as you get to the proof of concept phase, embedding technical individuals with, let's say, more the end user, more the business person, and they're going back and forth and making this a more functional solution. And so they're working in that regard. Then in parallel with that, because not everyone's going to be in those initial discussions, right? You can't bring in the whole organization. As we talked about before, you start rolling out concepts, whether it's just simply like tier one would be something like awareness training. What is generative AI? Why I should or shouldn't be afraid of it? What are some of the ways in which it fits into my work? But then the next level to that is, like we talked about, some beta testing on some of these solutions, start scaling them up outside of that smaller group. This is where you get into some of that risk of you have your proof of concept group that's really excited, but then you start bringing in other people that don't understand it. So if you can improve that visibility through training and then hands-on exposure, as well as engaging the core group that's developing the solution, that drives a lot of trust and helps with adoption. Stuart, let's not sugarcoat this thing. I mean, there are going to be people that aren't going to be either fast or just adopters in general of this solution. And so as a manager, just being prepared for what those dynamics are. And then, of course, at certain points, organizations might have to make tough personnel decisions. But we feel excited because the individuals that really want to take this on and really want to think more creatively and strategically are going to have a lot of exciting opportunities in these organizations that take this seriously.